Yo, 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 what's poppin'? What's poppin'? Better late than never, huh, boys? A little better late than never stream. Late night, 11:22 p.m. over here, but the streak continues, boys. The streak continues. You had to figure I would eventually go live tonight, so shout out to those who waited. Here we are. We meet again. We find ourselves here again. Shout out to Tony M for being first in the chat. Shout out my boy Jew, Late Night Soldier. Shout out Dun Daughter. LFG RAF 08 preview today. Yeah, we could take a look at it. We could take a look. But I mean, we could also take a look at a few other things like here's what I got on my mind for the day. The Carlos Ulberg torn ACL confirmed. So I mean, homie's gonna be out for 6 to 12 months. That's what Google says the recovery timeline is. And then Connor Ben, he re-signed with Daddy Dana. Who knows how many fights? But I do have some thoughts about it. You know, they went on First Take today. Ironic, isn't it? Ain't that ironic? How I've been saying for weeks that Dana White, he needs to put his fighters on these big platforms, First Take, Club Shay Shay, you know, all the platforms, right? You guys get it by now. Piers Morgan. Well, look what Dana's doing with Connor Ben, boys. Exactly what I've been saying he needs to do with his real fighters in the UFC, the ones who built his name. Show him a little bit of respect. So I'll have a few things to say about that when the time comes. Thought you forgot about us? Never, never, Space Kid. Come on now. You had to know I was going live tonight, homie. We got a streak to continue. Lubin, what's poppin', homie? Lubin Cider. Not, it's a lot better than the other one you had, so I don't mind reading that one out. Hello, everyone. What's poppin', homie? Oh, and then how about fucking Ice Spice running the ones outside McDonald's? I mean, in other news, we got Ice Spice running the ones outside McDonald's, and we got claviculars like I don't know, little Spawn or something like that. Minion. We got claviculars Minion, androgenic, getting dropped in the streets of Miami. So you know, that's in other news. Outside MMA news, but some street fights going down on social media. Popular internet personalities Ice Spice and Androgenic or something like that. Running the ones. So maybe we could take a look at that too. But yeah. I mean, other things that happened today, the RAF 08 press conference, Arman Tsarukyan, Uriah Faber, you know, sending big shots at each other. Uriah trolling Arman for being all up in, you know, Nina Drama's puss, so to speak, while she's married and he's married. And then Arman going after Uriah for being fat as fuck in that singlet at RAF 07. So, fair assessment from the both of them, I would say. They kept it a buck with each other. Uriah did look fat as fuck in the singlet at RAF 07. And Arman is like knee deep in Nina Drama's puss. And they're both married. Ice Spice has more squabble. Yeah, she does, Jew. Jew goes, Clavs gang got some soy boys. Yeah, Clavs gang some soy boys. They can't run the fade. They're just like these little lean fucking figurines walking around, you know? Lean NPCs walking the streets, Jew. Honestly, clavicular. Frustrates me. That's what I'll say. Dundaughter says Ice Spice forgot to check in. Yeah, that she was in LA. That's in my not my hometown literally, but basically the county over from me. He say fighting is barbaric, but they got to learn to at least survive in a physical confrontation. Yeah, I agree. I agree. That's a cope, Jew. That's a cope if I ever heard one. What dude doesn't want to beat another dude's ass? Like, have that ability. It's the ultimate power. I know we live in a civilization where like we're confined by rules, you can't assault people, but that is the ultimate. Like if we strip away all the money, if we strip away all the bells and whistles, you know, the ultimate flex, the ultimate decision is who beats whose ass, right? Who beats the majority of the population's ass? When you strip it all away, that's what really matters. And I mean, you know, just put humans, right? Put humans on the earth. No money involved because that doesn't come with humans necessarily, right? The checks and balances comes with the dukes. Put them up. Put them up. So anyone who says like, you know, oh, I don't want to be a fighter. I don't want to be good at fighting. It's a waste of time. Cap, cope, cope. It's the biggest flex known to man. Look how badly Clavicular got trolled when he fucking went to that jujitsu class and got mogged. You know, got rear naked choke mogged, as he might call it. All that bone smashing, you think you'd be able to take a punch. Worst of all, Jew, I don't know if you've seen this clip, but this guy Androgenic, he like shoved some lady. Some lady was in a street fight. He pushed her over, and not even like half a second went by. And some dude just comes up and cold cocks Androgenic right in the face. I think it was a right hook. It was a right hook. They caught Androgenic with a body shot to the chin. How you gonna land a body shot to the chin? It was a right hook to the chin. Dropped his ass. All right, all right. So we'll take a look at, you know, all these things, but let's just get into the meat and potatoes, I guess, first. Carlos Ulberg, you know, confirmed. Torn ACL. Confirmed. So we could just read it. New UFC champ Carlos Ulberg confirms torn ACL suffered in stunning title win. He snapped it. So Carlos Ulberg did indeed win the title on one leg. The UFC light heavyweight champion suffered a torn ACL in his right knee in the opening minutes of UFC 327 main event bout against Jiri Prochazka. Ulberg's manager Ash Castro confirmed to Uncrowned's Ariel Helwani on Friday. He snapped it, Castro told Uncrowned. Ulberg additionally suffered bone bruising and tibia damage in the same knee due to the fact that he fought for several minutes with a torn ACL, per his manager. Ulberg underwent surgery Thursday on his injured knee, less than a week after his stunning title win. Castro said the procedure really went well, per the doctors, and noted that Ulberg is dedicated to getting back as soon as he can. The diagnosis only further cements Ulberg's come-from-behind victory as one of the most shocking moments in recent MMA history. It is. Glad to hear he's getting his flowers because it truly is. And it ain't about Jiri Prochazka and his mercy claims. The 35-year-old New Zealander appeared to injure his knee in the opening exchanges of Saturday's UFC 327 title bout. Prochazka picked up on the situation immediately and volleyed low kick after low kick into Ulberg's legs. Wow, I love the acknowledgement. I love the acknowledgement of that because, you know, you would never know that was the case if Prochazka told you the story. Causing a compromised Ulberg to stumble around the ring in repeated attempts to catch his balance. Yet just as Prochazka's second reign as UFC light heavyweight champion seemed to be near, Ulberg caught Prochazka with a perfect counter left hook against the fence to claim the belt. All right, that's good reading. We already knew that was, you know, that happened. But honestly, I didn't mind reading that. That was good writing, is what I meant to say. Okay. So that's kind of the full report. If you Google it, uh, recovery time. Tony goes body shot to the chin. Sneeko was telling Bradley Martin that one time. It's actually funny. Body shot to the chin. All right, all right. I like it. I could laugh at that. 6 to 12 months. Return to sport, 6 to 12 months. Gradual return to training, pivoting in high impact sports, provided functional testing is passed. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. 6 to 12. So, anywhere in between there, you know, he could return in 8, he could return in 10. So, interim title, schminterim fucking title, boys. He just won the belt. He got injured winning the belt. Give this man some damn time. I mean, no need to rush to an interim. No need at all. Don't even really want it. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't even want a fucking interim title fight. Hard pass on that. Just let, you know, let this dude heal and recover inside 12 months and call it a day. And then this whole Arman Tsarukyan thing, we can go over this one more time. But as we all know, right, here's the first piece of footage. There's been new footage that surfaced, but let's just go through the whole thing. Not just gives time for guys to get a win. Yeah. Let some guys get a win and decide who the real, you know, number one contender is. But we don't need to prop guys up in a title fight that really don't even belong in it. You know, it would be like a weird injustice to put the anyone ranked at light heavyweight aside from Jiri and Carlos into some title fight. You know, it would almost feel along the likes of like a woman's title fight. You know, just putting it up there because you need to fill a spot. Like, let's not do that. We all can agree that like anyone who's going to be a number one contender, they don't deserve to have a fucking interim title. So the best they can do, the best I can offer them, best we can offer them, Jew, is you know, number one contender fight. No fucking interim title, bro. We don't even want to play with that shit. And I mean, I don't know, Paulo Costa, Khalil Roundtree, I don't know, Ankalaev versus Jiri. I mean, let's just get Jiri out of there, bro. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of Jiri up in there. Something along those lines. We'll let the UFC figure it out. Ulberg sells less than Pantoja, so they got to give him somebody with name recognition. Bro, he does. He does. I mean, just look at the numbers in the stream right now. It's always a sad day when I mean, to be honest with you, though, Jew, Prochazka sells pretty poor numbers too, I think. Prochazka and fucking Ulberg have been stinking up these numbers. But it's been all we had to talk about for literally going on 2 weeks now. Because the only other alternative is Mike Malott versus Gilbert Burns, and that's even worse. It's even worse. So like the numbers are just tanking, bro. The numbers are just tanking. And it's because of these guys. Ulberg and shit. It's off topic, but I just had to say it. It's like, yeah, Ulberg, nobody gives a fuck about him. He got 160K on IG. That's it. I went live at the same time last night for the Arman Tsarukyan story. Way more views. Am I right? You guys weren't here. I was only live for like 30 fucking minutes. Everyone was interested. No one gives a fuck about Ulberg. It's unfortunate. Okay, so yeah, Arman Tsarukyan was kicked off the American Airlines flight from Los Angeles to Philadelphia for being on his phone during takeoff. Now, you know, after this footage surfaced, there's like a bunch of new stuff that surfaced. American Airlines has issued a statement on kicking off Arman Tsarukyan. Another angle of Arman getting kicked off the plane, trolling the fucking flight attendant has surfaced. A story post from Arman calling out the flight attendant has surfaced, calling her rude and shit like that. Arman had a RAF 08 press conference today for his upcoming grappling match against Uriah Faber this Saturday. And Arman, you know, told the whole story from his perspective. So we got American Airlines statement. We got Arman Tsarukyan's perspective on things. We got some other B-roll to look at. And then that'll conclude this topic for good, for once and for all. But yeah, I mean, shout out to Arman. I honestly, guys, I really want to start doing this. I just need to get like a printer or something in my house. But these iconic moments, like we have 2 of them in the last couple days here. This is one of them. I want to just start like printing these fucking screenshots and just making a big old collage on my wall of like these legendary moments. Overall, I would even print out Jiri Prochazka making that dog shit excuse in the octagon, like shit like that. Like I want all these legendary moments. I want the mogging face off between Nate and Mike Perry that took place on what, like Wednesday or something? Or was that yesterday? No, it was Wednesday, right? I want to like print that shit out. There's a bunch of shit I want to print out and make a big old collage of like these iconic ass moments. It's like, oh yeah, this is in 2024 when Arman got kicked off the American Airlines flight during one of the greatest PR runs of all time. You know, definitely of recent memory, but literally like of all time. When it's all said and done, you know, this is a big moment in like, you know, history, low key. Off topic, but you guys feel me. I also see people saying like homie intentionally got himself kicked off this plane just so that he could go viral, make another video, and hop on a private jet, as if like this was in fact a PR stunt and it was all intentional. I don't know about that, but if that was the case, I wouldn't be mad at it at all. Super high level, you know, super high level PR stunt right there. You got to respect it. At the very least, you got to respect it. But I'm gonna lean towards no. You know, it was genuine. But definitely could be the case. FV got on fast with the Arman Airlines merch. Oh, full violence. Yeah. Shout out to them. Hold up. Who buys that shit? Arman versus Charles BMF. Let's do it. Yeah, we could do that. Oh yeah, and then for those who didn't tune in or didn't, you know, aren't privy to the information yet, Arman was allegedly on his phone, and then someone else on his team was they had the tray table down during the takeoff. And I guess another guy was on his phone too. And Arman, you know, he apparently he was allegedly on his phone, but actually in the story he told today, Arman's friend was on his phone. Okay. Arman was sitting in the wrong seat after the lady told him not to. And then another guy had the tray table down during takeoff. So that's the whole story. That's why they all got kicked off. Arman and two homies. And the rest of the homies got to stay. But that's the story. So Arman, you know, he asked the lady, "Can I go sit there?" She goes, "What's your seat number?" He goes, "This." And then she goes, "Go sit there." And then he went and sat in another seat. Just complete defiance, bro. Complete defiance. Wait, what merch? A pic of him getting kicked off. Where do I buy? I need some UFC merch. Honestly, it's good merch. The pic of him getting kicked off. If I want to put it up on my wall, I would definitely wear the shirt. But the rest of the full violence designs that they make, I don't know who buys them.
Weird. Просто из-за того, что кто-то из команды пользовался телефоном.
And they were trying to board a flight from LA to Philadelphia for the RAF press conference that he attended today. So then we woke up today. Here's new B-roll of Arman, you know, walking off of the actual plane itself. The lady trying to accompany him, and he's, you know, on FaceTime telling his homeboys that he's getting kicked off. It's too good. Literal gold.
So I am sorry we cannot fly because I was sitting on the wrong seat. I gotta tell everybody.
Yeah, we do.
I gotta tell where I'm. Okay, I cannot be tomorrow there. Sorry guys.
Sorry, guys. Entitlement over at 9,000. I mean, it is a little bit annoying. I know Arman, he in a good little PR run, but you know, it's like have a little bit of respect, kind of homie. Like, you know, usual suspects. And it ain't even racist, bro. It's the usual fucking suspects. Not listening at all to the flight instructions. Okay, so here's Arman. And I feel like they're just not listening out of like arrogance, but you know, It's another conversation for a different day. Arman Tsarukyan at the RAF press conference, he finally made it to Philly on that PJ, and now he explains his side of things. And peep the B-roll below because I included the story post that he posted when he was sitting on the plane before he got kicked off, and he was kind of like talking shit about one of the other flight attendants. I'll kind of pause it when that shows up. But here's Arman's side of things.
So I had a team where 11 of us, we just getting in the plane. It was like 3 empty seats. I asked the lady, because my seat was next to my friend and he's a little bit big, and I said, okay, maybe there is an empty seat. So I asked the lady, can I sit here? She doesn't say yes, no. She said, where's your seat? I said 29A, go there. I said, like, why you rude? Like, and then I sit like 30A because it was empty, and then
Here it is. Look at this story post. He posted her up on his story. You can see his tag right here. And this lady with the cart tray, he took a picture of her. And he goes, rude and unprofessional. So another lady he was complaining about. This isn't the same lady where he was, getting yelled at when he was walking off the plane. She had blonde hair. So this is a different lady. So it's like 3 different flight attendants or something that he's fucking arguing with, or at least 2. But yeah, this is the other B-roll. Some more context. He was annoyed before he even got kicked off the plane. He was making these story posts. Rude and unprofessional. Guy's a fucking troll, bro.
someone called to my friend. He picked up the phone, and the other my friend, he had to open his table, and she came and say, close your table. And he said, like, okay, like, I'll do that. And Pucho, someone called Pucho, he took the phone, and then 3 of us, we kicked out from the plane. And the other 7, they flew. And then we got the jet, and they said, bro, why didn't tell me you flying jet after that? We would like to get out too. So I had a team where 11 of us.
And then I think last but not least, right, we got to pull up that Champ Rounds. Well, I mean, free plug for Champ Rounds. Oh, Ice Spice just went off after getting slapped by a fan. Ice Spice kind of bad, bro. I used to think she wasn't that bad, but she kind of bad low key. I'm not even gonna hold her. I can't even hold her no more, boys. She kind of bad low key. Ice Spice, like, 10 times the woman this bitch Nina Drama is. And I know they don't even belong to be compared, but I'm just saying, Ice Spice 10 times the woman Nina Drama is. I actually think Ice Spice is like super bad. These days I do. What you boys think of that? Not a good little pause right there, but I do think Ice Spice bad. I'm with Arman on this American Airlines. Okay. Tyler Betts says, what's up? What's up, Tyler Betts? Good to see you in here, homie. You know who we haven't seen here in a hot minute is the fucking Juice Man. I feel like Juice Man got mad that Useless was in here or something. I knew something was going to happen with that. I knew somebody was going to feel some type of way and dip. See what I mean? The Juice Man never shows up in here anymore because of Useless. And honestly, we don't even see Useless. I don't know if it's because MMA's been dead or what, but... Oh yeah, the Ice Spice altercation. I'm bookmarking it so we can see it. Space Kid goes, damn. I tried to prevent it. But the chat was like, I'm liking it. I enjoy the beef. I was trying to tell you boys. Juice Man was not liking it. I just got Chama in UFC 5. Bro, I refuse to play UFC 5. It's dog shit. Can't do it. Bro, Josh Hokett would beat the shit out of Gable Steveson. I'm calling it now. Josh Hokett beats the shit out of Gable Steveson, bro. Look, Tyler goes, yeah, Juice dipped because of Useless. Yep. Figures. But I mean, kind of soft by Juice. It's like Juice. Just enjoy the fucking stream, homie. You're gonna literally not get the peak MMA news because of a useless in the chat. It's like you're here for me. But it's all good. What can we do? Bro, deadass, I literally had to delete it earlier today. UFC 5 is just so fucking bad, bro. It's so bad. And it's like, it really is dog shit, but I don't know what other fighting game to play. It's like, bro, the UFC 4 was a lot better. The one with Conor and Ronda on the cover, that one actually functions. Oh, but the other fighting game, you might want to play the boxing game. You can't play with UFC fighters. That might be a big downfall. But I think it's called like Knockout or Punch Out. There's a boxing game, and I have never played it, but I have high hopes for it. Let me see. What, PS5 boxing game? Let's see. I think it's called Undisputed. Let's see. Yeah, it's called Undisputed, I think. Undisputed. Yeah, this is it, the boxing game, Undisputed. You could play this one. Sorry, I don't got a good thumbnail for it. This is the game, Undisputed. See, it's got Bud in here and all that shit. I think this one way better. Space Kid says, facts like it sucks. We're limited to a shit game that the UFC barely cares for. I know. And then what do? They don't acknowledge any of the issues. It's like, you guys better have fixed the issues in this new one. You guys just announced, oh, we got a new game coming up, new money grab for us. It's like, bro, fix that shit. I've been thinking about getting that since it came out, just waiting on good reviews or a sale on it. Yeah. If I had a gaming console, I would buy that. I should buy a gaming console soon, actually. Oh yeah, the American Airlines statement. Big distraction. Oh, and guys, so I'm not gonna do a live stream and fight companion for the actual fights tomorrow. I doubt anyone is dying to see it, right? So don't even trip. I'm not even going to be hosting a live stream and fight companion for the fights tomorrow. For what, UFC Winnipeg? The fuck is Winnipeg? Literally thought it was UFC Vegas all week. Had no clue it was I'm assuming Winnipeg's in Canada. Mike Malott, the main event. Saw Jasmine on the card. Go figure. The UFC is so predictable. You just got to hear a couple of things and you know what the deal is. Won't be hosting a live stream and fight companion, but I will be hosting a post show. So I'll go live after the event, react to the whatever happens. I'm sure Mike Malott will get a decent finish or at least put on a decent performance. So we'll have some things to say. That guy Nalo or something that everyone's glazing up this week. Okay, I see it. All right, let's see if he can deliver against Jai Herbert. Nalo, something. I don't know his name. But that's the guy to look out for, apparently, according to all the blogs out there. So here's the statement from American Airlines for Arman Tsarukyan. On April 16th, American Airlines Flight 513 returned to the gate at Los Angeles International Airport for customers who refuse to follow federal regulations. Safety is our top priority, and we expect our customers to comply with crew member instructions while on board our aircraft, which includes staying seated while the aircraft is taxiing. So homie thought he could get up. This arrogant fuck. I'm playing. Spacey goes, oh, okay, W post show then. Yeah, W post show. It would be unsufferable for me, Space Kid, This is by far the worst card of the year. Mandel Nalo, Jai Herbert. By far the worst card of the year. Nothing is even watching until Mandel Nallo, to be honest. I mean, we could watch Thiago Moises versus Gage Young and just see, but I'm good. Charles Jourdain, Kyler Phillips, another co-main with guys who literally will never even sniff the top 5. These two guys will never even sniff the top 5. They're co-maining. Typical. So that is the Arman Tsarukyan story. Now let's get into this little Dana White cuckery, with Conor Benn. It's just so disgusting. Look at Dana just glazing up Conor Benn. What's wrong with Dana? I couldn't even give you guys an answer. What's wrong with this little thummy looking prick, bro?
What's up, everybody?
What's wrong with him? He's like, what's up, everybody? Like, he just be smirking. He just feels himself so much. It's fine. You see the smirk. I exaggerated it, but it's like, like, bro, close that damn mouth. I just don't like the Conor Benn signing and shit. But, Dana leans into it. All the hate, gonna ignore it, make a post. He knows what's gonna happen. It's all right. It's part of the game, the art of promotion. But Dana announcing he signed a new contract with Conor Benn for Zuffa Boxing after his one-off $15 million fight against Regis Prograis. Absolutely criminal. And then he takes Conor Benn on ESPN's First Take with Stephen A. Smith, and they speak about, potential fight with Ryan Garcia. Dana says he's down to make it. Can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. This is all we're asking he do for his UFC fighters. But I figured it out. I figured it out, boys. Dana doesn't care about the UFC anymore because he doesn't own it, He wants, that's what I told Joaquin in our interview. We were speaking about the whole thing, and that was my conclusion, is that Dana don't care about the UFC anymore because he doesn't own it. He wants to own his masters, so to speak, and if he doesn't own his masters, he doesn't care as much. So that's why he cares more about Zuffa Boxing. That's why he cares more about Power Slap, because those are his masters. He actually owns that shit. He owns the masters, the copy. And I think that's why he's over the UFC. It's sad. It's a really sad situation, but I think that's what it is, bro. Jack Hager had a nice little knockout on Power Slap tonight. Shout out to Mike I saw. Let's hear Dana.
What's up, everybody? Conor and I just signed a new deal here after his one-fight deal. We're excited to have him.
Yes, guys, just signed a new multi-fight deal I'm very, very excited about. Our visions are aligned. Our goal remains the same, to get that world title. But more importantly, give people the fights that they want. Give people the mega fights. If you guys want it, you guys can get it.
We're ready to put on some big fights. Awesome. I'm really happy.
I don't know. My gut just tells me this shit's too good to be true for Conor Benn. Like, I don't know. It gives selling his soul. It gives, like, there's no way this is all, a big dub for Conor Benn and Dana not going to get nothing out of this. I just can't wait to see how Dana somehow figures out his way, to fuck over Conor Benn, like he always does with all of his fighters. I mean, I got no clue where he's going with this, but these little fake handshakes, this big love, it's like, keep in mind, this is cutthroat fucking negotiations in boxing. Like, Dana doing this little friendly bullshit, this ain't even how you negotiate. Being all buddy, all friendly. This little edited video is, kind of like misleading, disingenuous. I don't know the word for it, but listen, the art of negotiation, this is the typical UFC negotiation. You're 36 years old, you got knocked out in your last 2 fights, your fan base is declining. You're averaging like 20,000 followers during your peak in 2023. Now, as it results in 2025 and 2026, your social media engagement is this much % lower than it was in 2023 at your peak. Like, this is how the UFC actually negotiates. And best believe that an easy negotiation tactic against Conor Benn is like, you never won a belt, so you're not worth 15 million, right? And so that's why I'm saying, like, I've seen this a million times. Not this, but I've seen or heard, UFC negotiations and how they play out a million stories a million times. And the picture they're painting with this, it just ain't the truth. It just ain't the truth. This ain't how negotiations are run in combat sports. This whole buddy, goody two shoe, love you big time, big dog. We all friends in here. This ain't no business. This friendship, please. Please. Can't wait to see how Dana, comes out on top with this one.
Congratulations.
Welcome to Zuffa Boxing, Conor Ben. What's up, everybody?
And then Conor Ben walking around like he's the greatest thing since sliced bread or whatever sayings that exist about, something along those lines. Conor Ben walking around like his shit don't stink. It's like, oh, please, man. Never won a belt. Let's put you up against Ryan Garcia. Speaking of it, Conor Ben wants Ryan Garcia next, and Dana White is down to make it happen. Dana knows better. That fight won't happen. Dana fucking knows better. Conor Ben going to be completely washed and cooked by the time Ryan's done with him.
Whoever wants it can get it. That's who you are. I have no...
By the way, Conor Ben's hair, super interesting style that he got going on. A little gold spiky style that he got going on.
doubt about it, but I asked a very...
You guys see this little style that Conor Ben's been rocking for months now? It's different. Doesn't look bad.
Very direct question. This is first thing. He don't know me that well yet. Who do you want? Like, who's the guy? That's all I want to hear. That's all I want to hear, Dana. That's what I was asking about. Yeah. What about you, Dana? What do you want?
I agree with everything he said. That's why I'm in the business right now, is to make the fights that people want to see.
Why did you decide to go for boxing?
You look at what they've done with UFC. Look what they've done with WWE. They plan on taking over, and we all share the same vision. It's a different...
What did Zuffa Boxing do at WWE? Can someone tell me? I missed it. I missed Zuffa Boxing's impact on the WWE. Now, what Dana's done with the UFC, okay. By the way, boys, if we could run up the likes, 5 likes, that's crazy. Please run up the likes, boys. I know it's a late night stream, but shit, boys, run up the likes for me for the one time.
Audience, massive platform, and something I'm really excited about. It wasn't an easy decision, but I've made the right decision, and it feels right in my heart. It feels right with the team, the way that they've looked after my team, and the direction we're heading in. Whoever wants it can get it.
That's who.
Conor Ben. Conor Ben. Okay, let's take a look at this whole Ice Spice altercation. I'm actually interested. Let's take a look. It says, Ice Spice was slapped by a fan at McDonald's in Los Angeles while she was eating.
Gas? Girl. What? Ready for what? Take gas. You take gas? That's what you do, you take gas? So go take gas. So you from Cali? So go take gas. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirac. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirac. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald. I'm from Wayne. No, wait, calm down. Mama. Let me fight her. Wait. Calm down.
The giant blue buzzball, Drew pointing it out in the chat. Bro got the giant blue buzzball, LOL watch toward the end. Yeah, I saw this dude's trying to fight her now. It's like, bro, fucking drink your buzzball and shut the fuck up. Let these women squabble. And don't get in the way of it.
Mama, let me fight her. Let me fight a
Let me fight a bitch. Are you a bitch? That's what she's saying to this dude. Are you a bitch? Let me fight a bitch.
Why would you want to fight me? Are you a bitch? Calm down. You want to fight a bitch? Why would you fight me, bitch? We get off on anything.
Yeah, running the ones.
Hey, don't jump her.
Ice Spice did get dropped though. Damn, Ice Spice got dropped. That girl dropped her. Look. Dropped that, and that's the girl right there. She's still standing. Straight dropped Ice Spice.
Hey, don't jump her. Hey, don't push him though. Don't push him though. Don't push him because he can't hit you the back. Don't push him. Calm down. All right, but calm down.
Damn, Ice Spice. I mean, respect to Ice Spice for running the ones, but girl got fucking dropped, bro. Let's hear what Ice Spice had to say. We tapped into the Ice Spice lore tonight, boys. Wait, Ice Spice just went off after getting slapped by a fan. She posted a video calling the girl a full-on clout chaser and said she dipped the moment things got real. Quote, I'm not beefing with a fan. I can literally buy her whole family. Why would I fight her? I'm too pretty to fight and her man wants me. Yeah, this one is messy. Yeah, I'm sure her man does want her. By the way, when that girl walked up to Ice Spice, it looks like she was on some friendly shit, but it was weird because she's like, she comes up and then she's like,
Where you from? Are you from
so she's like, you ready to shake ass? Right? Because she like, I don't know, glazing up Ice Spice or something or trolling her, can't tell. But Ice Spice like, yo, what the fuck? Then this girl's like, yeah, you ready to shake ass? Let's shake ass. And Ice Spice is like, yeah, go shake ass over there. Like, don't fuck with me. Go shake ass over there. Then this girl presses her and says, where are you from? And then she says she's from fucking Chicago, of all places, in LA, while they're at the LA Mickey D's. And then she goes, you know, Ice Spice, where are you from? Ice Spice goes, I'm from McDonald's. I'm hailing straight out this LA Mickey D's right here. All-time troll. That's an all-time troll as well. But, you know, I'm just explaining how this altercation came about. And then this girl started slapping on her.
Ready for what? Shake ass.
See, she's like, you ready? Let's shake ass. Ready for what? Shake ass. Okay, go shake ass over there.
You shake ass? That's what you do, you shake ass? So go shake ass. So you from Cali? So go shake ass. So you from Cali? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? Where you from? Are you from Cali? No, I'm from Chirag. Where you from? Oh, you're from Chirag. Yeah. So where you from? So where you from? I'm from McDonald. I'm from Wayne.
Homie with the blue buzz ball. Homie did just snatch his girl up though. Look how he snatched her up. Look how he snatched her up. Boom. He snatched her up pretty quick. Buzz ball on the left. Mediating with the right. This girl in the red kind of like gets pushed by somebody. Oh, the girl pushed the girl in the red. The op. Okay. And then let's just see Ice Spice going off now.
Let me wait till a couple more people get in here because I have important news. Calling all munchkins to the front. All bad bitches to the front. All hating bitches to the back. Okay, July 26th, we dropping Y2K. Hi, Edgar. Y2K, July 26th. Y2K World Tour this summer. Pre-sale tomorrow. We're gonna be like this on tour. That's how we about to be on tour.
Okay.
So I need all the bad bitches to pop out. Save your coin tomorrow.
Shit, all the bad bitches pop out. All right, she gonna be like that on tour. I never even saw that. But shit, I mean, anyone want to see that in person? Go catch it. She's gonna be on tour. Now she dropped a single too. We got all the Ice Spice lore today. Ice Spice dropped a single. She dropped a single on this. How the McDonald's security camera and phone footage both come out the same exact time. Someone pay McDonald's for the footage. Yeah, TMZ got it. Tyler Betts, you know how TMZ rolls, homie. TMZ be paying top dollar for that shit. Too bad TMZ never acquired the Nick Diaz files, and I did. How much you think TMZ would pay me for the Nick Diaz files? I could use the money. I would never release it, but shit. I think I could get a cool little 10K from him. Ice Spice releasing a single. Okay, new snippet preview from Ice Spice. Check out the cake. I'll give you guys the cake. LMAO, Nick Diaz files gotta go to members only first. Shit, I'll give it to the members first, Jew. But you know I can't be dropping that shit. My moral compass won't let me. Nick Diaz files. Look at everybody going crazy. Oh, you boys forgot about the Nick Diaz files or what? Some of you guys weren't here at the time that I obtained them or what? Yes, we got the entire Nick Diaz files on lock, boys. Everything. Everything on lock. What files? Space Key, you know the files, homie. All right, here's a new single. Ice Spice got in the booth right after this. Everyone's dying to hear the single. Let's hear it.
Stop playing with them, riot. Sexy little bitch off the block. Okay, she hard in the mix like Bulldog. Bitches be hating, but she never stop. Just came to party, you know how I rock. Guy in the hit trying to see if it punch. Hit after hit, so I got it on lock. They closing the store when I'm coming to shop. Stop playing with them, riot. When a link, I told him at the top. Why this man keep calling me baby? Like, bitch, I'm a boss. Face pity, the body is crazy. Like him in my gloss. Bad bitch, no flaws. He said you hotter than my ex. I said hotter than your ex. Bitch, I'm thinking about a check. When a link, I told him at the top. Why this man keep calling me baby? Like, bitch, I'm a boss. Face pity, the body is crazy. Like him in my gloss. Bad bitch, no flaws. He said you hotter than my ex. I said hotter than your ex.
She didn't put that footage of her getting dropped, though. Shout out Ice Spice. Ice Spice apparently is going to press charges. The woman explains her side of things. Should we hear from this queen who dropped her?
I was with my friends and everything, and we came from the beach earlier
TMZ again, these motherfuckers.
that night, and we decided to go walk around Hollywood or whatever. But before we did that, we decided to stop by McDonald's because we all had to use the bathroom. So then one of my friends, she comes out and she was like, oh, I think that's Ice Spice over there. And I'm like, oh, for real? So I go up to them and I'm giving her and the other girl she was with compliment. And then immediately Ice Spice was just being rude. She was like, why are you over here? You could leave. Bye. And I'm like, why are you being rude pretty much? And she was basically saying like, you could just leave. Bye. Like, I don't even know why you're at my table. Then that's when I proceeded to ask her, like, you don't got to be rude. I'm just giving you guys a compliment. And I'm like, you know what? Where are you from? She said, I'm from New York. So I said, let me tell you something. I don't care where you from. I'm like, you in LA, you in my city now. You can't be out here disrespecting people. Like, if you wanted me to, wanted us to leave, you could have just politely said, "Oh, I'm not in the mood" or something, right? Instead of just yelling at me. So she kept going on. Then I was with my friends and everything, and we calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, I hit her. So I hit her, and then so I got escorted out the McDonald's. And then so after they escorted me, I'm like by my car and I hear Ice Spice in the middle of the street talking about some, "Where is that bitch at? I want to fight her with you, woo woo." So I come back down the street and then that's when me and her fought again. And then she just kept talking a whole lot of mess. That's just like the brief of the story, honestly. And then as I'm outside the McDonald's as well, she picks up one of my homie's phone. She picks it up and she throws his phone and broke his screen. So it was just like calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, I hit her. So I hit her, and then so I got escorted out the McDonald's. And then so after they escorted me, I'm like by my car and I hear Ice Spice in the middle of the street talking about some, "Where is that bitch at? I want to fight her with you, woo woo." So I come back down the street and then that's when me and her fought again. And then she just kept talking a whole lot of mess. That's just like the brief of the story, honestly. And then as I'm outside the McDonald's as well, she picks up one of my homie's phone. She picks it up and she throws his phone and broke his screen. So it was just like calls me a bitch. So after she calls me a bitch, basically she was being disrespectful and rude, which is why we fought. You know, as a fan, I'm not expecting you to be rude or nothing like that. I'm thinking you're gonna, you're just gonna, oh, like, thank you for supporting me, this and that. But she had a different attitude towards me. With Ice Spice, I have no like longer beef with her. Like I never had beef with her, nothing. But she lost the fan. I can't listen to her the same anymore. Like it's just now I know that you're like disrespectful and all of that. I just can't support her no more. Basically, she was being disrespectful.
Is she hiccuping or is it being cut? Honestly, I think she hiccuping, bro. G goes, "To be fair, as a human, let me eat my food." It's like, yeah, don't come up and start like, it's basically like treating her like she a fucking zoo animal. It's like you're gonna walk up and start demanding she starts emoting and shit like that and shaking her ass. She not a fucking like zoo animal, bro. You can't just make her do tricks for fucking like, treats. She did go up to her like a goofy. Yeah, she did. And she wasn't even offering any treats like they do at the zoo. She's just demanding Ice Spice and her friend like start shaking their booty. Just start emoting. It's like, please, bro, get the fuck out of here. Kind of goofy. I think she hiccuping in the video was being cut, though, to answer Tyler Bett's question. And then basically goes, haha, getting dropped happens to the best of us, right? It does. It does, but it doesn't take away how bad it looks, right, Space Kid? And usually whoever gets dropped, that's the L. You took the L. For me, if I get dropped, I'm gonna be really down on myself. I'm gonna be really down on myself. I don't even know if I could let those words come out of my mouth and be like, it happens to the best of us, right? If it happened to me, I wouldn't tell myself that. I'd be like, shit, homie, you got to be better next time. You got to snap out of that shit. What the fuck's wrong with you? Getting dropped like that. But I feel you. I feel you. Does happen to the best of us. I'm with Ice Spice. She way badder. Yeah, she way badder. Came up to her friend and shaking ass, other face. What the fuck wrong with her? Ice Spice gang. We Ice Spice gang. If I take the L, I'm training way harder. Me too. Me too. I'll take the L. Everyone got to take an L. You can't avoid it. An L is an L. But I'm definitely not going to be proud of myself. I will not be proud of myself. That's what I was trying to say. Like, there's no fucking amount of cope that could ever make me, like, be proud of myself. I'm going to be down on myself like a motherfucker. I'm doing some Yuri shit and locking myself in a dark room. 72 hours minimum, Jew. 72 hours fucking minimum. Followed by immediate 1, 2, 3 punches for 23 hours straight. Or 24 hours straight. That'll get you right. That'll lock you in. 72 hours of darkness, followed by an immediate mandatory 1, 2, 3 punches for 24 hours straight. If we get dropped. If I run the fade with Martin Sano Jr. and he drops me, you know where to find me. Up on Jiri Prochazka's compound. Getting right with myself. Doesn't happen to Vettori. Vettori can't get dropped, huh? Granite chin. So I mean, we could listen to Oscar's Clapback Thursday. I honestly didn't even listen to any of it. Oh, yeah. By the way, we got to just speak on this one real quick. The homie JT Lines, the official line setter, the official line stepper, as I like to say. But, you know, they're in. The official line is in. Straight line, straight up and down for Mike Malott. Hometown boy. Gilbert Burns, horrid posture. Disgusting. Mike Malott, by whatever he wants, by pure domination. Shout out to homie JT Lines. People being, so yeah, look at this comment at the top. You've been cheating on the lines, you pissing me off. Honestly, Malott, he is mogging. He is like, you know, this is the way Max was looking at Charles. And JT said Max had the bad posture. But whatever, it's all good. I told you guys, JT Lines don't set him. You know, they flow through him. The universe sets it. JT's just the vessel. You can't blame JT. You know, get on the universe about it. Daniel Kinahan arrested in United Arab Emirates. No clue who this dude is. Malott has some decent jits, decent boxing, but fuck, man, if Neil could get one in, surely Burns can. Oh, that's a good point, Jew. That is a good point. Forgot about that shit. I'm rocking with Malott, though. I'm rocking Malott. Maybe we'll end it on the Oscar De La Hoya Clapback Thursday because it's like a 3-minute clip, but I'm looking at these little 30-second clips that I bookmarked. Curtis Blades says he respects Josh Hokett after the fight, so it's all love. No animosity. I respect it too.
Do I have respect for Hokett? Yeah. How can you not respect the guy who broke your orbital? Like, that would be me being disingenuous if I was like, nah, he a bitch. No. Motherfucker, he can scrap. Do I like his personality, like the shtick he does? No. But do I respect him in the octagon with the gloves on? Yes. How could I not? What am I gonna spend the bonus on? Shit.
Curtis Blades, he looks like really like happy in a good space. He's not stuttering. I don't know if it's that he got a new girl or something, but I don't know. I like this Curtis. He's super like chill and open. I fuck with that Curtis, not that level. Okay, so this is funny as fuck. This was on my timeline today. 12 million views this video got. It goes, whoever switched the fake planks is evil as fuck, bro. You guys got to actually watch this one. There's no commentary. There's no story to tell. It's just a complete and utter fail on this guy's trying to snap this board for like some type of karate movie premiere and fails miserably. Like just the most miserable, sad fucking attempts you've ever seen in your life. It's like they didn't rehearse this shit at all. Homie almost just fucking fell over. Let's take that one back. Literally almost just fell over. Tell me you didn't rehearse this without telling me you didn't rehearse this. utter fail. Okay. Tyler Betts goes, Hokit broke his jaw harder to stutter. That kind of makes sense. But no, I think Curtis Blade's in like a better place. Just seems like it. I could be wrong. Okay, 3-minute clip. Clapback Thursday, Oscar De La Hoya to end the stream.
It's your favorite time of the week again. Time for the only segment in boxing that gives you the facts.
Bet the streets can definitely break those boards. Why did bro keep going? Because he had one job, Tony M, to fucking snap those damn boards with an elbow, and he couldn't do it. But yeah, the streets could definitely do it. Come on now. Come on now. We only got certified street soldiers in this chat. Of course, everybody in the streets could break that shit.
And makes you laugh, it's Clapback Thursday. Well, it seems the Saudi money is drying up.
Any idea why it dried up?
It was reported yesterday by every major media outlet that the Saudi Arabia's Wealth Fund is expected to withdraw financial support from Live Golf, the league that launched 4 years ago to compete with the PGA Tour. You remember them paying ungodly amounts of money to lure golf's biggest stars over to the Live?
I remember that.
We're talking tens and hundreds of millions of dollars.
A lot of money.
Back in 2022.
Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund is on the verge of cutting its support for Live Golf.
The league struggled to gain traction, and there was little return on investment.
Also adding to this fuel was various rumors that I've talked to players and vendors who haven't gotten paid by Live Golf.
According to the New York Times, the Saudi Wealth Fund apparently held an emergency meeting on Wednesday and discussed a new 5-year strategy. One of the officials hinted that the fund would slow down spending on some of their biggest projects that were inefficient investments, aka
Also known as
they're regrouping and cutting the investments that are bleeding cash.
Cut it.
And speaking of bleeding cash, I estimate the Saudis have spent
$17 billion.
at least $1 billion since entering the boxing space 2 years ago. I mean, how? They paid $100 million for Canelo alone.
It's a loss.
And just paid fucking Conor Ben $15 million.
These people have money to burn.
They also paid a lot of fucking money to buy the Ring magazine, which is a dead asset.
Sort of standing there, losing money.
Plus,
Wait, there's more.
all the other events they put on, and they're fully funding the failed science experiment known as Zuffa boxing.
Salty.
Actually, it could be way more than $1 billion.
What a waste that is.
And where are they recouping that investment? In ticket sales and pay-per-views?
Oh, there's no profit in that.
They don't even sell tickets at the events in Saudi. And the pay-per-views are a tiny fraction of income.
No profit, no product.
Again, the Saudis are 100% fully funding Zuffa. So fighters, beware and make sure you read the fine print.
Dave Kim doesn't read the fine print.
Because you may need to get out of your Zuffa contracts in a few months.
I told you to read the fine print, Dave Camp.
There might not be any money left.
Where did that money go?
And speaking of Zuffa, man, they're trying to get their scumbag amendments to the Muhammad Ali Act passed through the Senate.
You believe this shit?
But you know what? I'm actually going to Washington, D.C. next week to testify in person against it and explain again why this act does not need to be changed. It's been in place for 26 years and has protected fighters. TKO needs it to change so they can fuck fighters.
We renegotiate and pay you less?
Just like they do in the UFC. And I'm going to give it my best shot to preserve boxing history and protect the fighters.
If anyone can do it, it's him.
And one thing is for sure, my clapback after I return from Washington is going to be fucking a forest fire. I'll be exposing all the lies TKO tells our government. So Uncle Fester, please invest in a fucking suit. The Senate doesn't want to see you in your little Oshkosh Bagosh t-shirt. So remember kids, you're never a hater if you only speak the facts.
You know, Oscar's right though. Speaking about the Oshkosh Bagosh t-shirt.
It's going to be.
By the way,
Fester.
I almost actually fell asleep.
Remember
listening
kids,
to this 3-minute
you never
clip.
had a Bagosh t-shirt.
Big nips and thick hips. Nah, look at this though. Look at this, and then look at Dana. Look at Dana on the on First Take. And what's poppin'? Soda Pop. Soda Pop goes, Jacob, oh, RIP, my membership ran out. Shit, at least you were able to cop the Joaquin Buckley unreleased interview. But shit, what you doing, homie? Renew that shit. It's all good either way. What is this editing? Classic Clapback Thursday editing. No, let me just show you and then we'll end the stream. But Champ Browns posted that first take thing. And look at Dana on first take. Looking like a true blob. Hang on. Look at him. Look at him. Fat as fuck. I told you guys months ago, I'm like, Dana's fat again. And he definitely is.
Who's the guy? That's all I want.
Bro, can't. I got you, homie. I got you. No sweat. No sweat. Look at Dana, though.
Here, that's all I want to hear, Dana. That's what I was asking about. What about you, Dana? What do you?
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. That's why I'm
Dana in his new fucking wardrobe for Zuffa Boxing. Insane. All right, boys. I will see you all tomorrow. Like I said, no live stream for the actual event. It's too bad of a card to go live, so I'm just gonna do a post show after the event. We could speak about it, check out the press conference, talk about the night's winner, etc. Thanks everybody for watching. It's like, shut the fuck up. All right, thanks everybody for watching. Dang, for real. Yeah, no fight companion. Rat garbage, though, I know. Maybe I'll go live for the last two. Soda Pop. That sounds actually more like a plan. Go live for that rat garbage at least, bro. Okay, the last three I'll go live. You got it. You got it. That sounds like a good plan. The last three I'll go live for sure. You guys got it. See you, bro. Have a good one. Thank you, Tony. All right, shout out to the streets. Shout out to Tony. Shout out Soda Pop. Shout out Space Kid. Shout out Jew. Shout out Tyler Betts. Shout out Mike Co. Shout out to Dun Daughter. Shout out to Lube Insider. And that's all. Shout out to everybody who tapped in tonight. I will see you guys all tomorrow. Post show will be tight. Yeah, post show will be good tomorrow. So tap in with me tomorrow for starting with the Narulu fight or whatever his name is. Starting with this one. I'll go live for Mandel Nalo. And then we'll roll into the post show. We can react together. All right, boys. Peace out. Thanks again for watching. I will see you all.